The all-electric 2016 BMW i3 is the best car for you if you wish to explore a parallel universe. In the i3 universe, gas is expensive, maybe even scarce. Nearly every shopping mall and office building has electric charging stations, and the ultimate driving machine has 170 horsepower and looks something like that. Can such a dimension exist happily alongside this one, in which gas is cheap and plentiful, electric charging stations scarce, and the ultimate driving machine is a 567 horsepower SUV? Let's explore. I'm Chuck Giametta. Join me for a car preview video review of the 2016 BMW i3. Unchanged from its model year 2015 debut, the i3 is the first product from the German automaker's i sub-brand. These are not merely conversions of existing cars, but are built from the ground up as alternative fuel vehicles. The four-door hatchback i3 was followed by the i8, a 362 horsepower plug-in hybrid supercar that looks nothing like the i3, yet shares some of its engineering characteristics. Both emphasize lightweight and materials that are space-age and sustainable. Free to consider the ideal design for a pure electric car, the i3 creators drew up an aluminum frame and put an electric motor in the tail. That planted 52% of the car's weight over the driven wheels. They left room for an optional engine, more on that later, and placed the 450-pound lithium-ion battery pack within the frame to protect it in a collision and ensure a low center of gravity. Passengers ride in a cell of carbon fiber reinforced plastic, strong as steel and lighter than aluminum. The dashboard structure is magnesium, the featherweight thermoplastic body panels are dent resistant and, like the carbon fiber cell, contain recycled materials. The result is a 4-passenger subcompact with the interior space of BMW's larger 3 Series. Pillarless front doors and rear-hinged back doors are designed to provide ease of access. Where more surprises await. The interior is an environmentalist's paradise, and instead of plain old model names, BMW goes all biosphere, calling the 3 trim levels Mega World, Giga World, and Terra World. All use natural fibers from the Asian Kenaf plant. The Mega's upholstery is recycled cloth. Gigas get seats of leather and wool. Terras have leather tanned with olive leaf extract. Giga and Terra dashboards add a wave of responsibly forested eucalyptus wood that darkens with age. You sit upright on firmly padded but comfortably supportive seats. Headroom is very good. The flat floor and short console encourage drivers to slide across for a safer exit when parked on city streets. Getting in and out in back requires some bending, and there's no center armrest. Aside from big door pockets, there's little interior storage. And while the load floor is high, there is as much cargo room behind the rear seat as in a compact car's trunk. Folding them opens a healthy 37 cubic feet. Some controls are a little unorthodox, starting with this twist pod thingy. It's how you start the car and select a gear, and yes, there's a learning curve. All data is displayed on 2 high-definition screens. Navigation is standard, and while some knobs and buttons are familiar from other BMWs, things like sporty round gauges and a racy floor shifter are conspicuous by their absence. The idea is to calm you down, not rev you up. Abandon a performance driving mindset, whispers the i3. Embrace earth-friendly electric mobility. Luckily, electric mobility BMW style can be quite entertaining. At 2,800 pounds, the i3 is light for an electric car, and being electric, it delivers power instantaneously. You'll love how the little bimmer accelerates in traffic and merges and passes quickly on the open road. Top speed is 92 miles per hour. At under 8 seconds, the 0 to 60 sprint is faster than most compact electric vehicles. There is some BMW flavor to the handling, too, starting with that rear-wheel drive balance. The incredibly narrow, low rolling resistance tires don't furnish much lateral grip, but responsive steering, a taut suspension, and instant torque make the i3 a delight to toss around at modest speeds. Directional stability is fine, absent strong crosswinds. The ride is smooth when the road is. Big bumps and ruts can send very unpleasant shocks through the structure.
And if the cabin design doesn't compel you to recalibrate your driving style, the energy regeneration programming will.
It's aggressive. Lifting off the accelerator at low and moderate speed is like applying the brakes. This is intentional. It maximizes the motor's role as a generator that converts kinetic energy to electricity, which is fed back to the battery to extend your range. But the effect on forward progress is so pronounced that in traffic, it's wise to actually tap the brake lights to keep from getting rear-ended.
The battery gets its initial juice from the grid. A full charge takes about 3 hours using the industry standard 220-volt charger.
A 220-volt home charging station costs $1,000, not including installation. A state-of-the-art DC fast charging system cuts charge time to 30 minutes or less. With a full battery, we traveled about 80 miles on electricity alone. If we coasted frequently, regeneration extended our range as we drove. So did the Eco Pro and Eco Pro Plus modes, although they also limit top speed, soften throttle response, and weaken air conditioning. Multiple virtual coaches help you drive efficiently, and you can monitor and control a variety of functions with iPhone and Apple Watch apps.
In the front fender of this particular i3 is a fuel door. That's because it's equipped with that engine we referred to earlier. BMW calls it a range extender.
This $3,850 option consists of a generator powered by a tiny 2-cylinder gas engine from a BMW scooter. When the battery is nearly depleted, the extender comes on automatically to maintain a charge. It provides another 70 miles or so of range. The engine never powers the car, only the generator. It is an antidote for range anxiety, but adds about 330 pounds to the car, slowing acceleration and reducing top speed. Most important, it doesn't turn the i3 into a convenient long-distance cruiser. Relying on the range extender, the i3 averages roughly 38 miles per gallon. And the fuel tank holds only about 2 gallons, so a trip of any duration means frequent refueling and enduring this constant racket.
In the i3's universe, you'll pay more than $40,000 to explore what BMW proudly proclaims the future of urban mobility.
That hit is softened by a one-time $7,500 federal tax credit if you buy, or a $4,900 credit if you lease. Most owners choose the range extender version, and they're eligible to borrow a conventionally powered BMW a few times a year under the company's alternate mobility program. That eases the hassle of long trips. Options, of course, drive up the price. With 20-inch wheels, the technology and driving assist package, and self-parking system, our Terra World i3 listed for more than $54,000.
You're not going to make much of an economic case for the i3, not when gas costs less than $3 a gallon. But like us, you can be fascinated with its engineering and beguiled by its design. Consider it the ultimate conversation starter. For more on this and other cars, trucks, and SUVs, go to CarPreview.com and please subscribe to our Car Preview YouTube channel.